Hello, this is Virginia. Welcome to my stamp room. Today we're going to talk about alcohol inks and how are we going to use it with our stamps. As many of you know, alcohol inks are so vibrant and so beautiful, but what do you do with all that colorful background? Sometimes we just put sentiment over it and be done with. But today we're going to dig a little deeper and see how we can use with a stamp like this with alcohol inks. Previously, I had created a card, and so this card was my inspiration to make this video because I thought the process actually takes very little time, but it's so effective, so easy to do. So if you're interested, let's get started. To start with, I'm using the alcohol ink paper. You could use Yopo paper as well. And I'm just going to position how I like it. And previously, I made a mask, and in my testing out video, I made a lot of boo-boo because the masking paper I use is the office supply. So I resort to my ghetto style masking, and so this was the mask. It's not sticky anymore, but I'm just going to use a piece of washi tape on the back. And the reason we're doing this is that because we are going to use alcohol ink to create the background and the color and everything. So this is the way to cover up the image when we intend, and it doesn't have to be perfectly precise. So that's how I'm gonna do it, and just leave it like that. And remember, there's a piece of washi tape paper, so it will be secure enough when we do the alcohol inking. So I cut up a piece in half, and I'm just going to do the background. At this point, it doesn't have to be perfectly secure because now we're going to work on the color. So I'm using my favorite new to me, Pool Color alcohol ink, and to ink it up. Now to apply alcohol ink, you could just go like this, as is, and give you really intense color. But I'm in the habit of using alcohol blending solution pretty much right away, so I squeeze a tiny bit and now it's moving the color. I like to keep the upper color maybe a little vibrant, and yeah, it looks too uniform right now, so that's boring. So I'm just going to very gently tap all around it, and then I'm gonna add this new patina color for the bottom. So they add some green, and perhaps not green enough, so I'm gonna use botanical. It's another green to add the color. Now it's intensifying. I think I like this. Just gonna keep going. And the thing about alcohol ink is it's hard to predict exactly how it's going to look. So which is also the fun part. Okay, I think that's good. I find that the hardest part for alcohol ink also is when to stop. So I think I'll stop now. And then let's add some yellow in it, because I think it just makes it happy. My work surface now is looking a bit of a mess, but it will be okay. There it is, yellow, and just lighten it up a bit. happy color. Like I said, this technique goes very quickly, and it's a good chance to try out your new alcohol ink, you know. And it's great to work with a large stamp like this. And now the second step is to work on the image of the hydrangea. Again, I'm going to cut it in half and use various color. And I'm going to remove this now. And we could start applying. I think I like really this purple one. And the color is going to be very intense, so I definitely need some alcohol blending solution. So there it goes. Isn't it vibrant? Maybe a bit too vibrant. I think I want some this new one called, I think it's Flamingo. Let's see what happened. Whoa, really intense pink, but it's nice. And what about we throw in a little blue in the mix? This one is the baby blue, cloudy blue. That's nice. See, you could always play around with it. Again, it's hard to know when to stop, but I think I should stop. And now here comes the fun part, that is stamping the image onto the surface that we had worked on. So I'm just going to use Versa Fine and ink. I think you could also, of course, use different color, but I think I like it all black, just so it will really pop. And previously we had positioned this hydrangea here, so it will perfectly match the image that we had worked on. So brace ourselves. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it's great. This is the fun part about creating. When you did something right and, you know, it's magic. So now we could work on it, putting it into a card. Now that the image is all stamped, I think it looks a little too perfect, and I think it would be nice to have a few bits of pink color kind of falling down on the side and the bottom. So I'm taking the leftover alcohol ink. I'm just gonna dab it a tiny bit. Again, this is like another surprise element, but it looks more interesting. And also I think I like to do some over here. There, just a tiny bit. Again, we're going to stamp the sentiment. You could add over it or however you like it, but I think this space is perfect for a sentiment. And I've chosen this sentiment called especially for you.